I've been giving a lecture a lot, which I'm not giving this weekend particularly, but it's called Riding the Waves of Change. And it talks about the destabilizing forces we're living with at the moment in this culture. And what precipitates the destabilizing forces? The polarization between haves and have-nots. Destabilizing force. The ecological imminence of the results of our karma of technology. Destabilizing, including nuclear waste, destabilizing force. The breakdown and changes of the social structures in the system, that is, the breakdown of the extended family, the lack of respect for authority, the inability, not having any wise people in the tribe any longer. I mean, there's a whole set of breakdowns of systems. Now, and there are more, but taking just those few, how do you respond in a way to all of the uncertainties and changing forces and the potential that it may end up dying? That is, you may be babysitting the death of the culture of which you're a part. Okay. So how do you be at your own death? Interesting. And the fear you're having is because of your identification with that which is dying. And the work on oneself is to find the space in oneself or cultivate the sky or the ocean, which has nothing to do with death. And the more you rest in that, the more you can dance with the fear and the change and that which is frightened. I mean, you don't deny the fear. The fear is the fear of you as a separate entity. The non-fear is the non-fear of you as part of everything, because as everything changes, like when you're inside the ocean, the fact the ocean makes a wave doesn't frighten you because it's just part of yourself that's doing the wave and then coming back into itself. And the LA riots is part of yourself. And the fear and the anger and the lack of opportunity and all of that stuff, it's part of yourself. And when you feel that, in other words, the totality of the identification, it's all an internal matter as it goes through its paroxysms of this and that. It may mean your IRA isn't any good, or you lose your house, or you don't get medical attention, or you die. If you can be at peace with all those, you can really ride these waves. And then you can bring peace into the situation, which is the optimum condition. See, what's happening is as things get destabilized, people get frightened, just like you do. When people get too frightened, they get very rigid. They try to hold on to what they've got because they're afraid. They try to stop change. But you can't stop change because change is the nature of things. It's like trying to stop death. You can't stop it. You can't keep the leaves on the trees. You can't stop the process. But in your zeal to do it, you get very fanatic. So you have fundamentalism, you have neo-nationalism, you have a lot of ethnic prejudice, increase in anti-Semitism. You have a lot of these things that happen to stop. You have Jesse Helms, trying to stop the game. And the game can't be stopped. So ultimately it leads to violence. And the art form is to be part of that in the universe which can handle change without being reactive to the fear, by cultivating the parts in yourself which are not afraid.